Hi, this is Big Los, and welcome back to Let's Play Neverwinter Nights 2 Original Campaign. We were just about to leave Highcliff for Chandra's farm, so here we are at Chandra's farm, and we'll see if she'll give us a little bit of extra information.
Looks like this is the place, but where's...
Who are you? Did Maine send you?
Yes.
Whoever you are, you don't look much like a farmer to me. Any reason why you're gracing me with your presence?
Is there a reason he should? You don't look worth it.
Nishka.
Well, it's just the truth. And she asked.
Maybe you all better tell me what you're doing here. There's been too many visitors lately, and I really don't have the patience for it anymore.
You should be honored to be in my presence.
Good. Glad to see the Elder finally got wise enough to protect the grain shipments into Highcliff before winter hits. I've been alone out here ever since the others abandoned their farms and took shelter in Highcliff, and I don't know how much longer I can hold out.
I'm the most interesting man in the world.
Well, I'm not here by choice. I'm supposed to be making the merchant run through Port Last and Ember right now. But with the recent troubles, I can't leave the farm, let alone take the trade road from Highcliff. I can't even move my harvest into town. And if I can't sell it, I won't make it through the year, not to mention the town's counting on the trade. I have friends in Ember and Port Last expecting shipments this season.
Well, that's just too bad.
It's worse than that. I don't know if it's more lizard folk, but no one's come back along that road for a while now. Merchants who take it just vanish, wagons and all. It happens so suddenly and quietly, and the bodies are never found. If you take the road, it's the last journey you'll make. The whole village, and even as far south as Fort Locke, is being cut off. If it keeps up, we'll starve, or worse.
I've taken the road, it's not that bad.
Not yet, but it's only a matter of time. No one's been killed, luckily enough. Mostly buildings and houses have been burned, but no deaths.
That's strange. I would have thought the lizard folk would have tried to kill the farmers first. They tend to, eat people, from what I've heard.
I agree. It is unusual, but the lizard folk may be afraid to push Highcliff too far.
Too far? After all this? Don't know how much farther these people can be pushed?
Shedding the blood of another tribe is different in lizard folk culture, while destroying objects and homes is more, well, territorial is the best way to put it.
Well, no one's been killed yet that I've seen. Just a lot of farms burned and grain destroyed or stolen.
Well, now it's going to happen to you.
There were a few early on, but none lately. Most of the farms have been abandoned before the lizard folk attack. No one wants to be there when they strike.
I think we could be there.
A few months back, I don't know where they've all come from, but suddenly they're swarming all over the place.
A few months ago, these tribes may have been driven here from the mayor.
We should drive them from the mayor.
Tribes of lizard folk have left the mayor recently, and I don't think it's by choice. Something's driving them out. From the looks of it, they may be ranging farther and farther in search of food.
Well, I'm more than willing to leave them alone if they left us alone, but when they start burning homes and crops, well, that's when I get worried. I have a feeling it's going to be a rough season ahead, and they're not making things any better.
My awesomeness was driving them out.
No, but it must be someplace close by. At first, I thought their lair would be close to the water, but now I'm not so sure, and I wonder if they've set up a camp just for attacking the outlying farms. I doubt it's their main lair. It's too far from water, but I've seen fires up at the old ruins. It's only been in the past few days, though, which is strange since the lizard folk were attacking long before that. It's like something's going on up there. I haven't been able to leave the farm long enough to tell anyone. I guess I was counting on the Elder to actually send help.
Sounds like someplace we should check out.
The ruins up there are of Highcliff Castle, destroyed in a war some time ago. Lots of magic was thrown around, even talk that demons and devils were summoned and fought each other.
I thought I felt something. It's in the ground beneath my feet. Traces of it, anyway.
There's lots from the war still buried around here. Some farmers can't take a plow to some fields without turning over an old weapon or two, but that's not what has me worried.
Sounds right up my alley.
Not for years. Some of the children from the village said there's tunnels beneath the keep. You can find an entrance near one of the ruined towers. But aside from seeing the fires up there, I haven't wanted to risk leaving the farm long enough to investigate.
Maybe some other children went up there.
Well, yes. I suspect there's a reason that place was never rebuilt. It's always had a strange history. Everyone in Highcliff knows to leave it alone. And there's more than lizardfolk troubles nowadays. At least from the tales coming from the southern road. Don't know if you've heard. There's been sightings of forms walking in graveyards, strange shadows. Some of it could be just local drunks talking, sure. But I've heard tales from merchants as far south as Fort Lock.
Oh, they're just stories.
Plenty, but no marked ones. So many battles were fought here. If the dead decided to walk, there'd be an army in no time. That huge gravesite near Fort Lock, that's one of the smaller ones from the war.
Yes, and it was filled with undead. And I destroyed them.
William? Actually, yes, I did. And he didn't stop when I called to him. He looked frightened, kept looking back as he ran. I just thought Junie had sent him on some errand. She pushes him a little hard sometimes, but he lets it happen, so I don't have much sympathy.
Well, I guess I don't either.
No, I don't think so. He was going into the woods around here. If he was going to the castle, he was taking the long way around.
Well, I guess we know where he went.
Not for years. Some of the children from the village said there's tunnels beneath the keep. You can find an entrance near one of the ruined towers. But aside from seeing the fires up there, I haven't wanted to risk leaving the farm long enough to investigate.
Well, good thing.
Not much more to tell, but if you want to help, let me just mark the ruins on your map.
Uh-oh.
Why do you have that strange look on your face?
There's some dudes behind you.
What? Where did they come from? My barn. And the harvest. I let down my guard for a second and they were waiting for it. Waiting until I got distracted.
Yeah, you're right. It's all my fault.
This farm is all I have. And now that my harvest is gone and with winter coming, look, if you're going to help, do it. I'm so tired of Neverwinter and Fort Lock and the militia and the Elder and all of them promising to help us out and nothing ever happening. Just once. Just this once. If you can actually do something for Highcliff, for the farmers here, it'd be long past due.
And we will do something. Put that fire out. Okay, so her harvest is gone, her barn is burned down. But we're not going to dwell on that. We're just going to take off and go towards those ruins she was talking about, which happen to be right near her farm. At some big castle that all of a sudden popped up on the map. And here we go, and we're going on the road. But we're going to take a slight detour to the right here, and you'll see why. Looks like there's a man up there. William! That's Junie's husband. What's he doing out here? Well, apparently William was running away from his wife because she was just bugging the hell out of him. And you get 75 experience points just for talking to him. And you're given some dialogue options to try to convince him to go back. And I'm going to use the argument from fear. And looks like it worked. I actually think that is easier to convince him to go back by telling him that there's wild animals out here and they're going to get him. I always seem to have more success with that option than trying to convince him to go back to his family because he shouldn't leave his responsibilities. And I managed to get 100 gold pieces out of it for keeping quiet. Alright, so I got him to go back, so I should get even more experience points than I normally would. Now, if you fail your diplomacy check, then he'll just stay there and he'll give you a ring. And looks like we've got some wild animals up here.
I
give
am
you a
listening.
ring to try to tell his wife that he's dead, and then she'll give you a reward for that. But you'll become more chaotic, or you can say, oh, I'm going to tell your wife where you are. But then he'll say, well, I'm just going to take off, and you won't find me here. And then you won't get anything. Of course, I think you still get
Step with me. Come on.
money as a
Follow along.
reward while she
Yes.
goes and looks. So we're going to take out these
How can I help?
wolves.
Well,
So I'm
now,
setting up
what do you
for
want?
long-range weapons, and I probably should have picked up a bow for Eleni, but I didn't.
Let's get him. Let's
And I don't
see
think
what
I have a
they're made
spare. I
of.
think I sold them. So next time I get to a shop, I'll buy a bow for them. And it looks like the slow spell,
All right.
the entangle spell.
Who's for a fight? Come on!
It's not slow, it's entangle.
To your
Managed to slow down a
Enemies
bunch
are
of the wolves.
weapons. To your weapons. And don't look
But they can make a save once per round. Once they make the save, then they can become free of the entanglement.
Take that.
And these wolves are not challenging at all.
Give me a moment.
Of course, they're going to damage Eleni because she's doesn't really have a high armor class.
Yes.
Okay. How about you cast Dominate Animal on one of them? But it made it save by 2.
I believe so.
Got a high roll. These things happen.
Nature will have its say.
Take that.
Well, look who showed up.
Okay. Eleni casted Hold
Well,
Animal
What do you
on one of them, which paralyzes it for a certain number of rounds, and then you can go up to it and attack it, and you do a coup de grace attack, and that's basically it for the animal. How many times did you cast it? Well,
I have
after
my eye
this,
on our enemy here.
we're not going to need the Hold Animal or Dominate Animal spells anymore. We're going to have more pressing needs. And we got a bunch of wolves up here. And it looks like they're surrounding
Yes.
2 children. Looks like she used up all her offensive
Step with me.
magic.
Come on.
So let's just take all of them out with melee weapons.
Let's take that. Take that.
Alright, and that wasn't hard at all. I barely took any damage. The only one that really took damage was Eleni. Okay, so these boys
How can I help?
are the boys from Gera and Zachan. And they basically came out here looking for adventure and got trapped by these wolves. Looks like we arrived just in time. Now you can do a bunch of dialogue options here, and if you want to read it, you can just pause the video. But if you get a dialogue option that says lie, you'll become more chaotic. Or if you see one that says truth, you become more lawful. But sometimes lying will make you more to the good. So I'm going to choose lie in this case. And this lie is a white lie, so it does make me more good, and it make me more chaotic, so that's perfect for my alignment choice. So you could just tell these boys to just go on home, and they'll definitely do it. I mean, they were almost killed by wolves. I think they've had enough for one day. And then after that, then you have some dialogue options with Eleni. And she says, "Oh, you're good with children. Do you have any of your own?" And I said, "Oh, none that I know of." That definitely fits in with Captain Savajo's personality. So that's... Okay. She thinks I'll make a good parent. Is that an offer? Yes, to me. What do Druids know about raising children? More than I'd think, huh? Sing, Nishka. Alright. So, we've dealt with 2 of the side quests in one fell swoop. We've convinced William to go back to his wife, and we rescued Gera and Zachan's children.
Yes.
And now all that's left is to go to Highcliff Castle. So while we're traveling up there, let's swap out some of Eleni's spells, particularly the ones that have to do with animals, because we're not going to be dealing with animals. Let's see, neutralize poison. No. Remove disease. That's a better one. Where we're going. And let's remove that hold animal and do another lesser restoration. Because I have a feeling we're going to be taking some ability damage.
I believe so.
And that's the only way to restore it.
The land is against you.
And why is that? Because we're going to be battling the hordes of the undead. And fighting this lizard folk. Wielding 2 weapons. Well, let's help him out. That couldn't hurt him.
Stay back. Slaan not bite you. Slaan must get help.
Relax, Slaan.
We don't? All right. It's your choice.
Yes, it is.
Slaan must ask Chief for more warriors. Dead ones kill many clansmen already. More warriors trapped below. Slaan leads clan here to sink human boats. Dead ones attack Slaan's warriors. Slaan escape. Slaan must ask Chief for more warriors to fight.
So you admit it was you?
Yes. Humans invade our lands. Hunt us. Humans need to be stopped.
Well, you could ask nicely.
How can Slaan trust you? You might attack Chief.
I haven't killed you yet.
Slaan believe you. Help save Slaan's clan, and Slaan take you to Chief.
Hope you know what you're doing, lad. Letting him go is one thing, but fighting side by side with lizards?
Don't let dwarven suspicions bother you. I trust you.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Dead ones have Slaan's men trapped below. You help Slaan save them. Slaan take you to Chief.
A likely story. Uh-oh, but we got more zombies over here.
Take that!
take care of these zombies. And I'm guessing they're gonna be filled to the brim in the ruins.
Let's have at it!
That's usually what you're gonna fight in this game, towards the undead. Alright. So we got all of them, so let's see what's in this treasure bag over here. Gloves of the Yellow Rose +1. That's for a monk, but we don't have a monk. Well, what's over here? Not much. Alright, well, I guess that'll be it for the video. Thanks for watching. This is Big Los, signing off. I'll see you in the next episode. And, as always, have a nice day.